Today marks 1 year since Marty Arnett last heard from her daughter, Amber.
Somebody out there knows something.
Imagine your son or daughter has gone missing without a trace.
We hosted Michigan Weeks, traveling across Michigan to meet with families and hear their stories firsthand. We interviewed countless families, unscripted, capturing their raw emotions and experiences. These are their stories, told in their own words. Today, we bring you the story of Amber Arnett. Amber went missing on June 25th, 2023, in Lansing, Michigan, just a month and a half after Richard Johnson. In this documentary, you'll hear directly from Amber's mother as she opens up about what happened and the search for her daughter.
I got a message from her on June 23rd of 23 that she wanted to come home for a few days. She'd been homeless, bouncing couch to couch kind of thing. I was out of town on vacation, and I said, I'll be home late the 24th. So I expected to see her on the 25th. I didn't see her. I wasn't super shocked by that. Just the nature of our relationship, I wasn't super shocked. A couple days go by, and I try to text her, try to call her, nothing. So I figured her phone was off again. First week of July, I was reaching out to her friends on Facebook saying, what's going on? Anybody know where Amber's at? Have her call me. And I fully expected her at that point to reach her head out and say, Mom, stop it. You're embarrassing me. You know, I'm trying to hide or something. She would. But she never did. So by the 4th of July, I decided I was going to call the police. And it took me literally 6 phone calls over 2.5 weeks before they would even come and take a report. Because she's an adult, because she didn't technically live with me, because she's known to the system, whatever reason, they wouldn't come and take a report.
Across the United States, this is a common problem, with no federal laws in place that ensure missing person reports are taken. In this case, it took weeks for them to accept her missing person report. Going missing on June 25th, the Lansing police notified the public that she was missing on August 7th.
You contacted all the local hospitals and morgues.
I did.
Prior to her actually being reported missing.
I did.
And that never led to anything.
No. Like I said, it took 6 phone calls for them to even come and take a report. And when the officer was here, he said, if we find her, we're going to arrest her. Okay.
The reason Amber would get arrested is because she missed a court date after she went missing.
She had a court date in July, and she missed it, of course, because she went missing in June. But there are allegations that Amber knew things that she shouldn't have known, and people were afraid she was going to spill her guts, or she did spill her guts when she got out because they let her out on her own on a PR bond. I don't know what's true, what's not true.
Right. Did she have a boyfriend at the time?
Her boyfriend is a guest of the state of Michigan, but he was incarcerated way before she went missing. So.
Okay. How was their relationship?
Awful. Just horrible. He's controlling and manipulative and mean. I'm told that he used to just beat the crap out of her all the time.
Now, that boyfriend, I either heard it on one of the podcasts or I read about it that he actually had a wife.
He did. I didn't know that. That was news to me after she went missing. The wife reached out to me. So, I didn't know that.
What did she say when she reached out?
She told me that she knew about Amber. She'd never met her, but she knew about her. And that about a month before she called me, she was talking to the boyfriend on the phone, and she mentioned Amber's name, and he bit her head off and said, "Don't ever mention her name again. She's dead." And that was right at the beginning of all this. So I don't know where that came. That was before, right at the beginning when we knew she was missing, when we first started looking for her.
Did he have a felony warrant when she was with him, or?
Yes. He got out. He was in prison for a while. He got out Somehow they got back together. And he had a warrant and he was staying with her at a house. She had an adult foster care. She ran an adult foster care home. He was staying there. Big mistake. Things just got crazy over there, and he was arrested there, and they shut the house down.
Okay.
That's when she went homeless.
I did read that she got in trouble for keeping him there.
Yes.
Yeah. And she lost her job due to that.
She did. That whole house got shut down.
Can you go ahead and tell me a little bit about Amber?
Amber is outgoing. She's funny. She's very giving. I can't tell you how many times I'd come home from work and the house is full of people. Oh, Mom, so-and-so didn't have any food today, so, there goes all the food. Or so-and-so didn't have a coat, so I gave him my coat. And, she's loyal to a fault. If you were her person,
she'd give you the shirt off her back.
How would you describe her, Mom?
You did it well. I mean.
She's very, very outgoing and very... She talk to anybody. Sometimes you want to ask where the mute button is, kind of person, but she's just.
She loves her family.
She loves her family and her friends. She's loyal to a fault.
Yeah,
it's gotten her in trouble. Texted me on the 23rd. Mom, can I come home for a few days? I don't feel safe where I'm at.
Do you know why she didn't feel safe?
She didn't elaborate.
On the morning of the day she went missing, she shared a post that she made 9 years prior. If what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I'd say by now I'm pretty indestructible.
The last place the police say they saw her was mid-afternoon on the 25th at the Logan Square Center, the Dollar Tree over there.
Was she with anyone?
She was with somebody, a different friend, and they cleared him of any suspicion. He dropped her off after they were together in the afternoon. He dropped her off at that address, so that's a few blocks from here. And her social media backs that up. She left something in his car and she said, I'll get it from you later. Or can you hold it for me? Something to that nature. So he's clear.
So she didn't have her own vehicle?
No, she didn't.
No. Do you know if what she bought at the Dollar Tree, if it was any significant things or?
No, it was batteries and I think there was a food item or two.
Okay.
Because she used her bridge card, which is a food card. But her last social media post was on June 25th. She said, I'm at the gate, come and let me in. And that was at like 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night. Nobody's heard from her since.
And she messaged someone that?
Yeah, she messaged somebody that, a friend, somebody that she'd been staying with on and off, which is actually just a few blocks from here. But the police don't credit that. They won't take that into account because that person didn't answer her. But why would they?
They're coming to open the gate.
They come to open the gate, right? So
did the police ever talk to him or her?
It was a him, and they said they were going to. They didn't until just recently. I mean, within the last few weeks. Even though he had a warrant, he had an active warrant. Another person that lived at that house had an active warrant. They didn't go and speak to them. They said they couldn't make them. They said they went there, but they couldn't make them talk to them.
Okay.
So until just recently, apparently he got picked up on his warrant, and they spoke to him. And of course, it's deny. But it's a year and a half later.
Yeah. Do you know if he said anything or?
He has told several people that Amber's not coming back. She's in a better place. She's several people have told me that he buried her in a patch of woods right down here by the high school. Of course, he's not telling the police that information. He, deny to the police. I don't know anything, and without any proof, I can't do anything about it. The house where she went missing from is owned by an older gentleman. The friend that she went to visit was squatting in the backyard. The older gentleman has a son who has been vocal about he knows what happened to her, but the police don't deem him a credible witness.
What does he have to say?
He said that she's buried in those woods over there, that he tried to give her CPR, and the other person that she went to visit wouldn't let him, call the police. Why he didn't do it when he walked away, I don't know. But that the son was just recently in jail and wouldn't talk to the police.
The family expressed their disappointment in the department for their lack of care in Amber's case, with her case not being investigated for weeks.
I reported her missing early July. The police didn't get involved until August. The police went over there, and the person wouldn't talk to the police, so they didn't talk to that person until just recently when he got picked up on his warrant.
Allowing for whatever evidence there was to be swept under the rug. Then her friends, the ones she'd give the shirt off her back for, where are they? Why didn't they report her missing? Or come forward? What other obstacles did the family run into that is preventing Amber from being found?
Did she have her phone with her?
She did.
She did.
I had bought her a phone in May, a brand new phone, because she lost her phone. She was always losing her phone, getting it broken. So
You put money on it, or minutes on
yeah, it was a prepaid. So before I went on vacation, I put more money on her phone. So I know she had her phone. However, the police say that they couldn't get the records from Verizon.
Did they ever try to ping that phone?
I don't know.
Okay.
I assume they did, but I don't know that for a fact. The person that lives at that house told one of the neighbors that they got rid of her phone. Now, the police have all this information. I'm not holding anything back from them. I've been very open and honest. I don't know if they ever spoke with that person or not.
Okay, now I assume her phone was never found.
No.
Did she have any of her belongings with her, wallet, purse?
She traveled lightly. Most of her clothing is here. Her mail comes here. Her clothing's here. She would come over once a week, twice a week, whatever. And you know, Mom, I need a shower. Mom, I need some food. I need to change my clothes out. I need to do some laundry. You know, so all of her stuff is here. So she had a backpack and her wallet.
The Dollar Tree, that was the last confirmed sighting. Was there any other possible sightings of her anywhere?
There were a few early on. Those were all ruled out by the police.
Okay.
None of her quote unquote friends that she hung out with have stepped up and said, can I have a yard sign? Can I put up some flyers? Can I, I'll just share with you any information I have. That circle is very tight-lipped.
Now, I did see that you received a letter at one point.
I did. I got a letter that said, I'm sure you've seen it.
Yes.
We've had several search parties out and about, just if I get some good information, I'll gather some people and go out and look. The letter said, Mom, we were so close. I'm in the bushes or in the brush, and I didn't know who it was from at the time. So I posted it, not thinking it was going to go crazy online, but just to have whoever that was, they mailed it to my house, so they know where I live. Call me or message me or something. I did find out who that person was.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. After it was on Facebook, I found out who the person was, and I met with her. She is she has some psychic abilities, and I don't believe she meant any harm by that. I think she really believes what she's saying, and she lives with her mother, and she and her mother went out. Her mother went with me on the next search party to that specific spot where she was referencing. You were so close. You were right there, 100 feet from the railroad tracks on this trellis. I took a bunch of people out there and looked around. We didn't find anything, and the police also went to that specific spot. They're not big on psychic tips, but because she had a specific location, they said they went out there and looked too. Didn't find anything.
Okay. Yeah. The tip about the zoo. What was
Just
that?
recently?
I pursue.
Yeah, that was just a couple days ago. We're still working on that one. That information, that was last Wednesday. He gave me a name that I'd never heard of before.
Okay.
But apparently he is running around saying that he did something with Amber. I just want to know where she's at, you know,
Yes.
even if the outcome isn't good. Nobody deserves to be just missing. They don't deserve to be in the
No.
woods or in the water or in a hole or whatever.
Home and take care of her.
There are allegations all over this thing about she knew too much about human trafficking. There was a gun case going on. Somebody thought she knew more about that than she should. She knew some very bad people. So whether she really knew something she shouldn't have, I don't know. I don't know. She didn't. If she did, she didn't tell me, of course. But I don't know. My opinion is that foul play is involved, and somebody thought we wouldn't look for her.
All right. So we found a part of the area that wasn't fenced in.
Oh yeah, we've searched a lot of different areas. We've searched the woods where several people have told me she's buried at. We've gone in there. The police have taken cadaver dogs in there. And Michigan Search and Rescue also gave us a favor and went in there.
Okay.
So in those woods, we've been, there's several wooded areas over by the school. We've been in there. We've been Washington Park. We've been Potter Park. Just any place that we can get what we feel is credible information. Otherwise, it's a needle in a haystack.
Right.
You can pick a different place every day around here and go look. I've been told now that she's in the water. I've been told she overdosed. I've been told that she was given a hot shot. You know, but if that's the case, why move her body someplace? You know, if it was that simple, either one of those, if it was that simple, and she didn't do, to my knowledge anyway, she didn't do heroin or anything that she would overdose from. I just want to bring my daughter home. You know, at this point, if it's bad, then, you know, if the worst has happened and she's not with us, the police are probably not going to be able to solve it at this point anyway. So just tell me where she's at. You know, just
Bring her home.
tell me where she's at. I'll go get her. I've been in the woods digging with a shovel. I'll do what I need to do to bring her home. And it's never too late for somebody to speak up and say, I know something, you know. That's what it's going to take at this point, is somebody's going to have to speak up. But in that circle of people, it just doesn't happen unless they're trying to trade information for themselves.
Right.
So, not wanting to wish bad on anybody, but I hope whoever knows gets in trouble soon and tries to trade information, because this is just crazy. Nobody deserves this. You know,
No.
people don't just evaporate. They're somewhere.
Amber, come back where the world needs your glow. Come back, show us the light we used to know. Michigan sky, silent in its plea. Return to us like waves back to the sea. Painting posters with our broken heart. Each tear a promise that will never part. Lansing city stands with candles high. Return to us like waves back to the sea. The sea.